All right, we are live. Welcome in. This is Bird City Comics, and we are doing a Bird City exclusive Peep show. So let's let that soak in for a second. That was Laura's idea, by the way. So if you hate it and it was a little too risque, that came from the other half. Disclaimer, since she's not here to defend herself. To top it all off, guys, I'm joined with two of the Bird City Peeps. We've got Mr. Gausser to our left. How are you, sir?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. This is left. I got that right. And then below me, as Laura says, is Mr. Brian, the Sandwich Langus. All right, guys. So we're going to do this live show. Basically, what this is we've launched 4 covers today. Don't know why, but there's 4 of them. We're going to talk about the books. We're going to talk about the artists. We're going to talk about where you can get them. We'll bullshit for a little while. Hopefully, you guys enjoy. So let's kick this bad boy off. Who wants to start this off? Well, which cover do you guys want to start with?
I don't know.
Let's go with that J. Scott Campbell.
Yeah, okay. So let's go. Let me go screen share. Boom shakalaka. There we are. There's Tim. Hey.
Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble.
All right. Let's see. That's going to be Vampirella 16. Okay. So Vampirella 16. A lot of people say J. Scott Campbell-esque.
I honestly
How
thought
do you
it
like your
was J.
Vampirella?
Scott Campbell.
Okay, see, and a lot of people are doing that. So, the story I heard that this guy kind of studied alongside with J. Scott,
Okay.
hence where the drawing style. Because if you look at people like Scott Williams, does all the inking for Jim Lee, and it's similar. He's got a very similar style to Jim Lee. They just spent a lot of time on. I'm guessing it's something like that.
You pick up when you're working with a guy a lot of the time. You pick up his traits, and you kind of mirror them a little bit. Makes sense.
Yeah, could totally see that.
Yeah.
Vampirella and Red Sonja, to me too, I like them a little more cartoony.
I don't think you're supposed to put them in the realm of believability, right? So, I mean, I'd like them to be a little bit exaggerated and outside of realism, too.
Right. I mean, they're super, like, the fantasy aspect. Like, if they had, like, realistic uniforms that are more functional, maybe you can do them a little more real.
Boob armor works. Boob armor works.
Boob armor apparently works, and the Borat bikini, I mean, it's not functional.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it works with these characters. It's funny. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to wear this bikini out and about with a collar, and I'll pull it off.
And she does every.
Right? All right, we got some people jumping in. We've got, looks like Mr. Dan Barry is in the house. Travis is saying first, so he was first on. He is tuning in apparently from a, what do we call it? A drive-in rave or something is what he said he was doing. We got another, Andre says, what's up? All right, so this is our first one. Again, go through our thoughts. It's very J. Scott Campbell-esque. I dig it. Langus is an artistic type of person. What are you feeling on this cover here?
Yeah, it's great. I like the colors, like that black, purple, blue right against that red really makes it pop, right? So, I mean, this cover, I'm not a Vampirella collector. I would definitely be grabbing a couple of these. I think they'll be your first ones to sell out.
Yeah, this is a good one. I dig that this guy's like, she killed him apparently. She fed. He still looks pretty damn happy about it. I mean, if a vampire is gonna kill me, I got to pick, it would be Vampirella. Right? I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
nobody's gonna be like, Dracula, come get me.
out, right?
I want some old guy sucking my blood. Like,
Right.
Send her away. Send her away.
It's my thing. Some old guy sucking my neck. So yes, this is a Vampirella 16. I'm gonna do my super corny plug-in every time, but you go to the Bird City Comics website, you scroll, and you hit this little button right here. Those are my Photoshop skills, and there she is. You can pick these up $14.99. But I did want to mention that we had another John Royal cover, so I did a little combo deal here. So this is 15 and 16. He did both of these covers, so that was 15. This is 16, do a little combo deal, $24.99 if you pick up both of those. So that's pretty sweet. And then, of course, we're streaming right now with the help of Tales from the Flip Side. So if you go to the website and you do order something and you use promo code Flipside, you get 15% off your purchase. We're jumping ahead of the game. So John Royal, I was going through his Instagram. I'm digging this one like hard.
That's nice.
Isn't that nice? So this is John Royal's Instagram page. I even liked his Black Widow. What else catches my eye here? Oh, yeah. And then, you can't go wrong with some G.I. Joe peeps. All right, but for reals, are you a Scarlet fan or a Baroness
That's what I mean.
fan?
Like he's got the color palette down pat, right? I mean the contrast.
Yeah,
That's great.
They do great. Compliments.
Yeah, this guy, I'm surprised we don't hear more from him.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff,
Like,
but
check
it's
this out.
totally J. Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very Campbell-esque for sure. I hope we see
this
more
cover
stuff from
before,
him.
and there's a lot of talk about that, right? The G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Even the Harley. He draws the Harley very similar.
Yeah.
That one actually looks a little bit like Jim Lee, to be honest.
Interesting.
But you know what? I've done a couple polls because getting into drawing, and I said who is the best artist for drawing women?
And people are coming up with John Royal.
Yeah, and those poll results come back J. Scott Campbell every time for women, right? People love his stuff.
Yeah, I mean, J. Scott Campbell's the man when it comes to the long legs and the unrealistic gorgeousness.
Hey, he just likes to draw his wife. Don't judge him.
I need to. I've never seen his wife. Does she look like the characters?
I am not kidding you. There are a couple of times where she's done pictures on Instagram in poses of drawings that he's done, and they're picture perfect to his drawings. You would swear that she's modeling for him in some of these. Like, give me a pose, and then she does a pose or whatever, and then he's just like, okay, I'm taking that, and then I'm making her Mary Jane or whatever. Yeah,
I see it.
Don't look up her name. Just look up J. Scott Campbell's wife.
What is her name?
Oh, I don't remember. I know she does a bit of activist, like not activist, but
Oh yeah, you're bang on.
Is it this lady here?
I can't. There was one photo of her in a Christmas sweater that was like literally from his.
I don't know, but my safe search comes on when I hooed.
Kicks you out. All right, let me go back a couple. J. Scott Campbell's. We're working way too hard to try to find a picture of his wife. It doesn't even say her name on here. So apparently J. Scott Campbell draws all these women that look like his wife, which is John Royal's comic art style. So
Can't find her?
we can't find. I don't know if these are her or not, but interesting. I can see this one. This one right here. Yeah, I get it. But anyway, we digress. Right.
Well,
so that was
talking an artist's wife here.
right. We're doing what we did on the Hot 10 opening a calculator. We're talking about the number one book. Were you guys on last night? Or yeah, it was last night. Did you guys see it?
No, I didn't actually.
So the number one cover was a Star Wars adventure book from Hot 10. And Brian goes, it looks like Peach Momoko, but it's not. And we probably spent the next 15 minutes talking about Peach Momoko over this dude. Whoever this guy, this is his book, number one, had nothing to do with Peach. So number one, that whole explanation was talking about Peach Momoko for some strange-ass reason. Yeah, it's easy to get off the rails. Let's see. Right here. I met JSC's wife. Got a commission from her as well. So she's an artist as well. Right on. All right, guys. Well, that was this one. Let's move on to the next book. Let's balance it out here and let's go to the Red Sonja, the thick Sonja, as I like to call it. All right. So this beautiful cover is done by Matt Dalton. Anybody? Matt Dalton. Matt Dalton fans? Nothing?
Never heard of him actually.
So I did the same, and it took me a little Googling, but yes, he's got an Instagram, he's got a Facebook. This is, I don't know how I feel about this book. It's beautiful for sure. I like the colors, I like the profile.
No, me either.
Yeah, what are your vibes on this bad boy? The sword is cool.
It's a little exaggerated. Like I feel like her clothing seems like it shrunk.
Not bad.
Laura says baby has back.
A lot of back. Fuck. It looks good though. I mean, like I like how the hand has got the skull going and the gore coming out of it, right? Like
Yes.
it's got some nice subtle touches to it.
Yeah. I mean, there's really not a lot wrong here. I mean, the way he's built her, it's not bad. It's just a different perspective because typically she's a little more lean.
That pork.
Yeah.
Around. Right.
This is
Wait,
someone-
Brian, you cut out. What were you saying? But I mean, to top it all off, I mean, I like
through all these covers.
Yeah. I don't mind a thick red Sonja. Doesn't bother me. It's good stuff. But again,
What up, gents?
What is up, Mr. McClay?
Did I miss the first one already? Did you guys announce?
You did miss the first one. You're all right.
Yeah.
But we were talking about John
The
Royal's
colors
art and
are
saying how close to
purple,
John.
and it's got the purples and reds that go.
Yeah.
Was that like something that just happened?
I think Brian's his connection is lagging severely, so he doesn't realize it.
And my mind totally went Inception. I was like, was that me talking? But I'm not talking.
Getting some pretty bad lag. Should I jump out and come back?
Yeah, try
Yeah,
that.
try
Try that.
But anyway, what do you think about this Matt Dalton cover there, Brian?
I think she is. She's a little too thick. Like her back looks a
She
little
doesn't have
off.
an hourglass figure. She's almost got like a distorted pear.
Yeah, like it's kind of interesting. It's a sick cover. I jumped in right as Josh was talking about the gore, and that is sick on her one hand, the blood
So from
running
the
down
waist
her
up,
hand.
it's really not terrible.
It's not.
It's just that disconnect, right? It looks like two bodies instead of one more flowing body, right? If her arms are a little bit more thick, then I wouldn't feel like it's putting me off as much because then her body's more proportioned, right?
Well, you know, what
Right.
she looks like a centaur.
I was just thinking that I couldn't I couldn't put my words out there, but I'm
Right?
like, yeah, she looks like I said, she's got two halves of a body. It's not bad art. It's just I
Not bad.
don't like the proportion of it. That's my only complaint about it. Otherwise, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I
I love
was
the
thinking
hair.
that maybe projecting this is a preference here.
Totally, it could be. I mean,
The hair is amazing.
Like I love the light on it. Like it looks beautiful.
Yeah. It's really good.
So yeah, this one when I saw it, I thought that was like Laura looked at it. She's like, "Damn, that's on your stick." Yes, that is a word for it.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
Brian jump back in, but yeah. So this is the next one we released today. So you got a Red Sonja, the Price of Blood #1 Matt Dalton cover. I think if he even this whole thing out, this is somebody maybe to watch out for because I haven't seen a lot of Matt Dalton pieces.
I would definitely be keeping an eye on him for sure.
And again, big shout
love
out to
this
Anthony
design.
at his Photoshop work with the blood splatter and the words and the text. Yeah,
You can't shut yourself.
big shout out to me. Hold on.
Don't break your shoulders now.
I know. Wait, I got 2 more to show you, so I'll be patting myself a little bit more here. Brian's in twice, apparently. All right. So, Brian, once you get... Oh, there he is.
There
What's
you
up, sir?
go. Much better.
Yeah,
All right.
see how
So,
it is.
you missed the whole thing on Thick Red Sonja. What do you think, Brian? Let me let your 2 cents in real quick, Laura.
Love it.
You love it? What about them hams, bruh?
Well, the hands are covered in blood, so you can't really see.
Not ham.
The hams?
I'm talking about the hams, Ham.
Them thighs.
Yeah. They're
She does
they're
not
juicy.
miss
I think
leg
Cardi
day.
B did a song about that. Wet and bloody or
Botched butt
something. Right?
implant. Brandon Barton wants to know if it's a botched butt implant. I don't know. It's not realistic proportions, but is it really botched? Because that's still some
Josh said it perfectly. It looks like two different bodies from if you cut it right there at the torso, and it also looks like you need to do. It looks like they're like this, and you need to do this. Does that make sense? Like it
Yeah.
just looks like it looks like he needs to. Yeah,
But I don't want to.
she looks like she's like this.
Good.
It's not bad. It's not bad art. It's the proportions.
that
just
bend
seem-
is a little.
Yeah, the bend is a little
unrealistic.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I
She's
cut
thick with, like,
cut
five.
ogres' heads off, I stand like that all the time. It's a perfectly normal pose for me.
We'll
All right.
get Laura to take a photo of that for us.
Right. So to top this all off, I'm going to do
Yeah,
it one
see-
more time. Actually, one more
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So what you do is you go to birdcitycomics.com. You look at the gorgeous page that I spend hours on, not knowing exactly what I'm doing and watching a lot of YouTube videos. You just scroll, and then you see it right here. You give it a click. Boom! Easy money. $14.99, guys. Pick those up. Those did come out 12 o'clock today. All right, let's
Not
move on to
bad.
the next one. Oh, and Brian, I did plug this the first time before you get upset. Make sure you guys go and watch Tales from the Flip Side and use code FLIPSIDE for 15% off your purchase.
Bada bing.
Oh my God, you're the man. You're sitting on that button just waiting.
All right, what's the next one?
Moving on. All right, book number 2. Let's go to our book number 3. Screw it. Let's do this. Save the other one. I want to go to this one. Bam.
That's pretty gorgeous, man. Which
All
one's
right.
the front cover and which one's the back cover?
Front cover is the one on the left.
Good. That's a good cover. I like the color.
Here's the actual book.
Yeah, I like that.
That looks good.
Hell yeah. So we've got Future State Wonder Woman number 1. This is supposedly, it's not out, but it should be the first appearance of the Brazilian Wonder
Featuring
Woman.
the new Wonder.
Yep.
Okay. And so are we getting, is this like an origin issue? We can backstory, they're jumping right into the shit? What do you think is going to happen with this guy?
From what I understand from reading the synopsis, it looks like it's jumping right into it. And what they're doing with Future State is they're just jumping right into it with all these new characters, and then we're going to get introductions and origins once Future State stops in 2 months or whatever. So we're getting a built character, and then we're going to see how that character gets built.
Okay. So something, these Future State books that I had no idea what they were. These are cool. So they included these in my shipment. Let me see if I can do some movie magic here. Not that one. Let's go stop sharing. And then my first, click me. Make me big. There we go. All right. So these books here, they came with all this interior stuff. And I thought, oh, these are just, throwaways or something. No, these things are great. Look at, they got the red X on there. Everybody was specking on Teen Titan stuff. New Superman. But then they get into the design concepts, which I thought was really neat. Let me see if I can find the Brazilian Wonder Woman one. Here we go. Actually, this is standard Wonder Woman. Do you see the gray stripe of the hair? So she's gotten older.
Yeah. Aging everybody up.
Mm-hmm. And then the Brazilian stuff. They went really dark on that bottom left hand.
Yeah.
Like as far as complexion and hair texture and all that. So I'm not sure which one they're rolling with. I'm assuming it's the cover art is what they're rolling with. So the flat art.
I think I saw it was the lighter toned Brazilian.
But yeah, there's a lot of good things in these books. Some of the interior art from how the stories are going to look, the panels. But yeah, that's in the Future State DC Nation presents the free copies. So that might be something worth picking up because you get kind of the whole layout of what they're doing with this Future State stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's go back to this screen here. So something I thought was kind of interesting is I showed you guys. It's out there as far as the color scheme goes, but it looks like nope. Matt, chat. It looks like he does a lot of like movie poster homage stuff. Brian, when he gets back in here, we might be able. Oh, George, what's up, George?
Hey guys, still trying to master this whole time difference thing. Sorry.
You're all good, man. We're on to where to go?
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Oh, you're on Matt Taylor?
Yeah, Matt Taylor.
Yeah, did you read his history?
So I was looking into it, and I did not, but I was watching. He does like these trading card things, and
He's a design guy. He actually does design posters. He's got Back to the Future, Jurassic Park. He's got some really cool stuff out there. His palette though is kind of throws me off.
it's almost like a David Mack, like the artist David Mack. It's the real bright colors and. But check this stuff out. I mean, it looks like he does custom cards. Ricky Henderson. Yeah, I didn't find a lot of comic book covers for him. It looks like here's one, a Green Lantern book.
He actually drew a couple comics.
Yeah,
series
that
called
vintage
Wolf.
feel that he has is really awesome.
Hey, Langus. Hey, Josh.
Hello.
I mean, this stuff's crazy. It's out there. The color palettes are really awesome. They're vibrant. They're in your face. It's different, but there we go. I mean, I'm digging it. I'm not a huge fan typically of these bright psychedelic, neon colors, but I'm digging what this guy's doing. So he put that all together for us, and we're got the Brazilian Wonder Woman going on here. But what do you guys think about this book? You think this is a short-term play? Is this DC just trying to get some buzz going with a whole new lineup of remade Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman characters?
I don't know at this point. DC is all over the map with everything. Like, it's hard to figure out what they want to do. Like, this is being such a short event. Like, what are they going to do with the characters after that? How well are they going to be used in continuity for the main storytelling that's supposed to go back on once the Future State event's over?
No, it's true, because you hear all these articles about people that, DC's pulling the plug. And it's like, let's give the world new characters of our old favorites.
So, like, who's right here, right? I don't know.
Brother says, what's up, George?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is it one of those last-ditch efforts? When a sitcom's getting ready to die, they always introduce a new character.
That's the question, right?
The boys are just watching a Simpsons episode where they added the new character into Itchy and Scratchy right before they cancel everything. So it makes me wonder if it's just But Marvel has had such luck with a lot of their new ones that they've come out with. And let's face it, so is DC. I mean, with Harley Quinn not too long ago, and then Punchline.
Justin Cruz.
Yeah. So I mean, to see what sticks and where you can find traction. And female characters seem to be really hot right now. Anyway, they seem to resonate with the readers. It seems like there's a desire for more strong female characters out there.
Yeah.
I think
like
America,
Silk and.
Yep. No, I completely agree with you on all of those points. Yeah, I feel like what was I saying? So with the new character thing, I mean, that's what drives reader buzz is giving them something new. The problem I think DC has is that their followings, I want to call it a little more old school mentality. Like when you look at a DC follower versus a Marvel person, if you had to pick one or the other, you get a completely almost different type of person. And the continuity is so important to DC collectors. It's almost like they don't like new characters sometimes. They get mad when you mess with the algorithm,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more
Marvel
pushback.
characters are like, bring on something new, bring on something scary, whatever. It is, or DC characters are like, don't mess with the Joker Batman dynamic. Don't give me anything new. I feel that way. Langus, you collect a lot of DC stuff. What do you think about that? Because I have a preference towards DC, but I don't mind new characters. But I don't like when they mess with it too much.
Yeah. You think it's kind of more of a push to go after that Miles Morales, like new character, new hype crowd, or do you think it's just let's just try to hit the refresh again and again and again? Because they've been doing that with the new 52 and then the new 52, and you know what I mean?
Right.
So they keep new.
Yeah, the Miles Morales comparison I think is awesome.
But
I think that really fits
keeping
here.
anything in continuity.
Right,
You know,
and that's kind of what we were saying, is that
DC
are Marvel people more receptive to that
going,
than DC?
but I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if Marvel people are more receptive to it in general, or if it's just how characters are introduced. Like DC seems more rigid in its world and how to introduce something, a new element or something like that. Where Marvel, I mean, you can kind of just throw things at it, and if it doesn't stick, well, then it just kind of falls into the gutter of New York or whatever, and we don't speak of it again.
Yeah. I mean, think about it like this. You got the symbiote storyline so strong, you can call a pile of puke vile and turn it into a symbiote and people will eat it up.
Yeah.
Where DC, you give them a new dark villain and they're like, Because I also thought this too, aside from Superman, the powers that are distributed amongst superheroes, there's so many more in Marvel. Like everybody's OP in Marvel. You got 10 gods. Where in the DC side of it, you got a couple people, and that's it. A small handful, power-wise.
I find DC they all have weaknesses, even though they're sometimes really weird weaknesses. Like Green Lantern against Wood was always a weird one to me.
Right.
What you can defeat him with a number 2 pencil kind of thing?
Pretty much, you could defeat him way back in the day with a number 2 pencil. So
Yep.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, though. Then you go to the Marvel side, and everybody's these hybrid gods.
Yeah.
You go back to the Marvel or the DC side, you got, Wonder Woman and Green Lantern, and they've got some powers, Martian Manhunter. Then your big jump down's Batman. Like, so he's smart. Which I love Batman. I dig that about him. Red Hood, Robin, that whole story arc that's so popular. These guys don't have these big OP powers. So I think that Marvel has the razzle dazzle going for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been a huge DC guy. I mean, I've had a couple titles that I get interested in for a while, and then I kind of fade away. They always seem to be, I don't know. There's not as much moral complexity. How's that?
In what, DC or Marvel?
In DC characters.
Okay, give me an example.
Well, like Superman, and Batman both kind of had the same moral compass. I mean, Batman there for a little while kind of went off the rails and became more of a vigilante type character briefly, and then came back to being, I don't kill, I got to protect everybody. Killing the killer. There's still as many killers in the world because then I become one.
Yeah.
And let's face it, Wolverine just doesn't care. He's just going to go take care of business. And to have a little more of that diversity in moral compass is nice. I like the anti-hero. I like having someone that's sometimes morally ambiguous. You're kind of like, okay, what's he going to do next? Deadpool, the Punisher, right? Both have very clear definitions of what it is that drives them to do what they do, but they're still willing to deviate.
Right. So Ed just kind of said what I was thinking, is that it's almost like, and it's like what you're saying, George. So they basically went to creators and said, here's the parameters. You can be creative outside of what the parameters don't affect. Because you're right, they kind of got the same underlying problem. And again, it's supposed to be their good quality. It's like, oh, I don't kill. Okay, well, I think that's where DC kind of walked a weird path. They didn't let the characters be individuals, because then they had to create support characters. So you look at a Red Hood. That guy's the complete other end of the spectrum, morality-wise. He's still a good guy, but he needed to balance out the whole, let's throw him in jail and let the taxpayers pay for their meals. Different subject.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barton, that's just not right. DC equals dying company, dead comics.
I don't know. I still dig me some DC stories.
I like them too. I mean, there's some stuff I still enjoy. I still love Green Arrow. Green Arrow's always been one of my favorites. I mean, he's kind of roguish, right? Kind of out there.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, there you guys go. That is the Brazilian Wonder Woman deep dive on DC Comics. You can pick that up today. It did come out 12 o'clock. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. These are selling fairly fast. So if you do want those, make sure you go and grab them or request them on the page. Because I have to do a count as soon as we're off to make sure I didn't go overboard. So yeah, some dude jumped on and ordered like 15 copies, and I was like, message him. I'm like, yeah. I was like, is this for reals? And he's like, yeah, man, I want them. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, a little better response than I thought. I think this might be something people are gonna want to hold on to.
Especially with new characters and stuff and the spec around it, it's definitely going to drive sales a little bit for sure.
Absolutely. All right, let's get into this last cover.
Is this the first appearance of the Brazilian Wonder Woman too?
Yeah.
Yes. What are we doing? Oh, so we got the last one here. This is the Vampirella, the Dark Powers, #1. Catherine Nodet is the artist on these. Looks like we did 2 different covers there. Of course, I dig the grayscale black and yellow.
Yeah, I really like that one too.
Hell to the yeah. I kind of asked my buddy that commissions these covers for us. It's John. And John said that he thinks she's very Shannon Mayer-esque as far as the technique for creating the image. But Shannon Mayer basically does the portrait style waist up type stuff. So I don't know if I saw a lot of that in there, but that's what he compared it to.
I get a Warren Lau feeling from this, to be honest.
Warren Lau, there you go.
Like the way that the colors are blending, and then how he's got his edges going on. They're a little bit blurry, but they're still really defined. Like that. Yeah. That feels like a Warren Lau kind of picture to me. That one just looks amazing. Like I'm not a big fan of the gold on the red, but the gold on the black looks amazing. Like,
and that, what else looks amazing with gold on black? Bird City Comics says.
Shameless play.
Right? It just works. It just works. But yeah, this is gorgeous. I love. I'm definitely gonna slab one of these for me and put it on my wall. My black and gold collection of things. But yeah, this is a new uniform. Are they calling it a uniform? It's a new bikini. So this one,
it's a new shirt.
If you notice, this one is long sleeve,
and she's got her ribs covered.
Her rib cage is covered. It's still high waisted, so they kept that. They added a belt, so you still hide a little of the waist. Still has the collar. That's iconic. You gotta have cleavage on it.
You gotta be able to pop the collar, man. Popping collar is all about.
Right. So this is the 2.0. We'll call it.
I like that.
Let's see. Let's
go back. A little bad above it kind of just gives it a little cute touch too, right?
Right. So that's the where to go. I had 2 of these open. That's
everything, man.
I know, right? All right. So you've got old school versus a new school. What's your preference?
From when I take my son to Comic Cons, the new school.
There you go.
I don't mind either. They're really nice. It's just, to me, a vampire should be sexy. They're supposed to be seducing their victims. So for her to be extra hot is nothing wrong to me in that aspect. But I like how this new costume looks. I mean,
yeah, but 15 years from now, when you take them to Comic-Con, it's the old school.
It's a totally different comic. But right now, I don't want to be explaining the
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad you answered that question.
But I mean, we've seen the old school uniform costume, whatever, for how long? Is this from 72, 73?
What was the first Vampirella? Was in that magazine issue of something? Was it Vampirella? The name of it?
No, she started out as like what was it? Almost like an Elvira character sitting in horror book as like the commentator, and that happened for almost like a half year, and then they decided they had something with this one. But I mean,
Dude, Elvira was the shit. Just by the way.
oh yeah, but I mean, but so then that was what 69, I think, is when that started. So
Yeah.
to see this, and I mean, I get it. They've got to bring her up to, I don't know.
They've got to modernize her if they're going to keep her kind of relevant, right?
Yeah, keep trying to make her fresh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, if they put out a panel of her more clothed and vacuuming something, I will never buy another Vampirella again. They can't take it. They can't take it too far.
We can't domesticate her, goddammit. We need a wild one up there.
This is a woman of the night because she's a vampire, not for any other reason.
Yeah,
Let's
you
clarify
figured
that.
she'd be cold a lot of the time, right? So maybe this is not a crazy decision.
Yeah. One day she woke up and she hit the creators up and she called up Dynamite and she was like, "Listen, guys, it's a little cold out here.
Yeah, at least give me a cape and sleeves.
Give me a cape and give me some sleeves."
She's trying to
They're like,
dress age appropriately.
yeah,
Good
yeah,
one.
because this is definitely the left image. Definitely looks like a 19-year-old Vampirella. This is like 28-year-old Vampirella. She's come along a little bit.
Sure, she doesn't need to be picking up every piece of ass out in the clubs.
Laura, what's your preference? They've modernized Vampirella. Laura's here now, so we get a woman perspective.
Okay.
This is the old school uniform, the open front bikini, not much to it. For some reason, it has a collar, which I was making fun of earlier.
Okay.
They've modernized her and put her in long sleeves. These even look like gloves, so it might be full hands.
Well, look at her
Just
hands;
bikini.
are full of blood.
These ones are the ones on the left, but the ones on
She
the
needs
right,
gloves.
they're still dark. So it almost looks like the long sleeves are a glove. You got to keep the collar. They went high waisted again, but they gave her a belt.
Well, in all fairness, Anthony, this could be her winter look too.
Good. Hi guys, so you're gonna hear me. I like the newer one better because it leaves a little bit more to the imagination, and I think that some of these comic books are just like borderline naked. It's like, come on, like give her some type of costume. You want Batman in a loincloth? No.
No. We don't want Batman in a loincloth, but do
No.
you want Batman in a loincloth?
No,
the
I
real
want to be able
question.
to imagine.
Are you reading Batman Damned every night?
Alfred, not the point. Not the point. No.
Oh,
You call me a hypocrite?
Oh, God.
Now, if this was Thor, again, give me one male comic book character that's basically naked. Give me
The
one.
Thing.
Conan.
Wolverine.
Wolverine's at least wearing pants, though.
Conan. It's just basically a loincloth. He-Man.
Yep. Conan, He-Man.
I mean, He-Man just looks like it could just be poor personal hygiene. He needs some.
What about the
mans-
man thing?
Buana Beast.
Yeah, Beast has no clothes.
No,
But don't you
Buana
guys
Beast
think
from
it's
DC.
sexier when there's a little bit more covered up?
Okay, I will say this.
Dr. Manhattan?
Uh,
I was gonna say.
You got some blue wang in the movie, I think, right?
Does he?
Yeah.
Is it blue, Laura?
Oh, Ed Randall says Tarzan and Kazar.
Shut up, Ed.
Isn't John Carpenter?
Yeah, pretty much.
John Carter, you mean?
John Carter.
John Carter.
John Carter, yeah.
Yep. Now you're right. Hey, now what?
No, that it's sexier. With
I'm
the cover
done
up.
All
being
these women
objectified as a
sexualizing
piece
men.
of meat. I'm standing up right now and saying,
Yeah, let's get those guys some sleeves.
he needs a nice sweater, a mammoth
Okay,
sweater.
that's
Let's keep
not
it
what
tough.
And a collar. Don't forget the
Yeah,
collar.
get him some spats and a couple of cuffs and call it
And
a
an
day.
accessory belt that does nothing. That's
Right.
pretty much
He
everyone.
needs, he needs a belt because he's got to keep it classy.
From Black Widow.
Wait, what happened?
Is that Black Widow's accessory belt?
Probably.
Oh yeah, it does look kind of black. And then the
little
wristbands
bit.
with those electric shock things.
Yeah.
See, they went clubbing last week and she passed out and she got her shit.
Yeah.
That's what happened. You know, though, I do get what Laura's saying, though. The old way is straight up, hey, I'm hot. The new school way, and let's be realistic about this, the naked front half of a woman is beautiful. But a wet T-shirt's kind of nice for some reason, right?
Yeah, I gotta agree with the wet T-shirt contest over the full frontal nudity.
You get what I'm saying? And they're great. It's beautiful. But the wet T-shirt, there's something just about it. So this is I'm going to call this a wet T-shirt upgrade.
Okay. No, I'm not.
I behind that.
The new one's cool. The old one's cool. They both have their own their own I don't know, style and beauty about them. I don't have a problem with either one.
Do they like the old school better?
They don't have a problem with either.
No,
But
you
I
can't.
said-
You gotta pick one.
I said I agreed with you. I used a wet T-shirt analogy. The naked front half of a woman is they're beautiful, but there's something better about a wet T-shirt,
A
right?
little mystery, you know?
But just not too much though.
And the belt's
Just not too much.
colored nice.
And
I
it's
think
black
the
and gold.
belt keeps up the collar. That's what the belt's there for.
Okay.
Stop.
And in all fairness, how much more mystery do women need? They're already mysterious to begin with.
They don't come with a manual.
Mhm. It's like this is a woman to a T. The red Sonya, the original outfit. She's walking down the street and a guy looks and she's like, "What are you looking at?" It's like, bro, you're walking around the street in a bikini. That's what I'm looking at. That's the enigma right there. Just saying.
Yeah, see that one guy in the other picture got caught looking.
He's still looking. He's still checking it out.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
My eyes are up here.
All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to do this. Hopefully, you guys had fun. We're going to talk again. Last chance. Go to birdcitycomics.com. Scroll until you see the new school Vampirella outfit here. You give it a click. You got options. You got an A. You got my favorite, the B. And then, of course, if you need a set, it's right there for you. So go check that out. Use promo code FLIPSIDE. You do get 15% off all purchases at the website. All right, you three, have you guys gone to my website? What do you think? Because I've worked tirelessly on it, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
What's the web address?
It's Bird, B-I-R-D, citycomics.com.
That was the problem. I was spelling it B-Y.
Oh, remember when I used to put board all the time because of the typo? It was Board City Comics.
No, great. I think overall, man, great covers. Like every single one is pretty solid. So I think you're bound to sell these for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, the site's great. Actually, your email that came through yesterday off the website was gorgeous. I mean, it was produced well. I thought it cranked it out really nice. I'm talking about just the mechanics of
George,
it.
don't say cranked it out.
Why?
Because Brian feels guilty about something from earlier.
Yeah, I had to turn the video off.
Is that where you went?
Apparently means something different in Canada than it does in Texas.
I guess so.
Here we go. Here we go. What are you saying about cranking?
I mean, I thought it came through really well. The website, it's nice. The only real criticism I have of the website is there's no swag on here. You got a hat. That's it. Where's the tees? Where's all the other stuff? And there were no stickers in my last box, by the way. No pens and no coasters in my last two boxes.
Okay, I will overload. Like, you're going to be pissed on how much shit I'm going to send you now. You're like, why are you sending me your kids' old clothes? Because they don't fit them anymore. You didn't get anything last time. But yeah, you're right. The merchandise section definitely needs some work. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. I've been adding new comics as I finalize my order, so we are starting to see new comics on the website.
Okay, so you got this now. Okay, this is cool.
I'll send you a message afterwards, Anthony, but I found a couple of bugs on your website, too.
Yeah,
oh, please tell me, because I screwed myself on some shipping the other day.
So if you go onto the site and you just click on either comics or graded comics without going to your secondary labels, you just go to a blank site.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I've had the exclusives tab load weird, and the drop-down menu won't come back.
Yeah, or if you click exclusives, it just takes you to the DC page.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't notice that part. I just noticed as soon as I clicked on comics, it brought me to a gray screen that said comics. Like,
No, that makes total sense. Okay, cool. Because I told you guys, I've been building this thing and I have no idea what I'm doing. So
no worries. You need help? Let me know.
For sure. Look at the bottom. I had to add all that That took me 2 days just to do these 3 things.
Oh my god.
I had no idea how to add a sitemap. I had to look up. Oh, check this out. Bam, interviews. You want interviews? I learned how to put videos on it.
You embed a link.
I know all the links are old because I can't figure out how to change them. That's not the point.
You got to shrink them down and then put them into playlists. So you got comic book women in one, and then your next brand on the nether.
That's true. I need to do that. But hopefully, for the time being, you guys can at least make purchases.
As long as you're getting paid, that's what matters, right?
Yeah.
Yep. How it works.
Sweet money.
But yeah, so let's just do this real quick round table. What was your favorite of the 4 and why? We're going to get out of here for the night, guys, and make sure you head to the website. Use promo code FLIPSIDE, 15% off your purchases until the Black Friday week, which starts Monday. I don't know when I'm going to roll out my sale, but I'm going to do some pretty big percentages off starting Monday, so you can come stock up. But anyway, let's go down to Josh because you're below me. And
I like the Future State Wonder Woman. It looks nice. Like I really like the play on the negative aspects of the colors, and it looks very styled. So I mean, I'm looking forward to that one. And I mean, it's a first appearance, so you can't go wrong with that.
did a beautiful face on her. I didn't even notice. You see the beauty mark under her left eye?
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, Mr. George Turnage, as we say in the France. What was your favorite color?
I'm torn between the Red Sonja and the Vampirella #1. I'd probably have to go with Vampirella #1, the Dark Powers. The art's really great. I like the positioning. It looks, it's got a good perspective.
That grayscale one, like.
Yeah, and the grayscale one's really pretty cool. So I'd have to say that's probably my favorite, and then behind that would be the Red Sonja. I dig the Wonder Woman.
I dig it, and that,
but the dual color thing, that just all the orange and yellow, it's too much for me. It's overpowering.
I'm looking at that
It's
orange
like-
space, and I'm thinking of Remark. Like that's great,
Yeah.
Remark spot for an artist.
oh, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, and Sandwich, what was your favorite cover?
Probably that one you got up right now, the Dark Powers one, right? That subtle gold, right on that monochrome one. You know what I mean? Like those small details, right? Really, even though it's just a color change, it's a nice color change, and it really makes it pop, right? It really makes you want to buy the cover B over the cover A, right? Just because it's that much better, right? And there's nothing wrong with the cover A. I mean, the colors are nice. The light coming off the moon and stuff. It all works pretty well, right? That one to me is probably the best one. That Wonder Woman though is pretty crazy, right? How subtle and detailed it is, right?
Well, what you're saying about this cover, now that I'm looking at it, makes a lot of sense. It almost looks like they were both colored twice. It wasn't that she did cover A and gave it a different color spectrum. It
Yeah.
looks like cover A was colored and then cover B was colored because they
Yeah.
each have color purpose. I dig that.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, usually you get a cover artist that just does a quick color change or change the color balance. Like,
It's like a filter.
yeah, this doesn't seem like a lazy variant, and that's why I think it's nice.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That's good. Well, all right, guys. You guys, those came out 12 o'clock today, Mountain Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I think the West Coast Pacific Standard Time is an hour behind us. Those did come out 12 o'clock for us. If you guys do want those, you can either claim them at birdcitycomics.com. You can claim them if you are a Peep, or you can go to the website, pick them up directly. Ed Randall did pick up 5 copies of the Wonder Woman. And he put his comment wasn't, claim 5. It was like, I got a ball today, balling out, exclamation point, 5 copies. I'm like, so, yeah. Anyway, head over, get those, and then make sure you guys tune into the Bird City Comics live shows. That's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Then we do lunchtime shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we are on CBSI's Hot 10 on Friday night. Oh, and then Comic Book Woman on Tuesday. Shit, we're fucking busy, man.
How many copies of that Last Ronin do you guys still have?
One
copy?
One copy of cover A, this one here. I had 4 copies total, and George and his brother bought. They jumped on those pretty quick.
Yeah, I got some guys looking, so I'll send them your way. Whoever gets it
let me
first.
know. Yeah, there you go. And then I've got the exclusive ones too.
Yeah, those are wicked.
I like this one here.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's a cool homage.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, we're going to get out for the night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Next time we drop a couple covers again, we will always jump on live. Again, if you're a Bird City Comics peep, you guys are more than welcome to hang out with us anytime. You're more than welcome to come on. Josh, appreciate you joining. George, appreciate
Always
you.
glad to, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right, fellas, I'm going to get out of here for the night. Peace out.
See ya.
See you later.
Dude, they